With the stroke of a pen, Prime Minister Mark Carney undid the signature environmental policy of 10 years of the Trudeau government.
We will be eliminating the Canada fuel charge.
Carbon prices have been applied sparingly. They've been set far too low.
The carbon tax had become an impossible political liability for the Liberals. Their challenge now is to convince Canadians that they really have moved on from the unpopular tax.
I would just say folks should be very careful about getting tied to a particular tool. Ultimately, you actually are tied to the objective, which is reducing emissions.
North Vancouver MP Jonathan Wilkinson has spent most of the last decade selling the consumer carbon tax, first as the parliamentary secretary to former Environment Minister Catherine McKenna, then as Environment Minister himself, and most recently as Justin Trudeau's and now Mark Carney's Energy Minister.
And it's also true to say that the retail price actually was a small number in terms of the amount of emissions. It's really the industrial price that drives most of it.
And that reference to an industrial price on carbon, a carbon tax that big business will still pay, is what opposition Conservatives are seizing on.
Very sneaky. I call it the carbon tax con job.
And Conservatives point out that document Carney signed, it was all for show and has no legal standing.
Well, the law hasn't been repealed. The document that was signed yesterday was a prop. It doesn't have any legal effect.
This is the carbon tax law. It's in place today. Until Parliament is recalled, this carbon tax law will be the law of the land.
Liberals, though, believe Carney's move Friday removes the carbon tax as a ballot box question.
I think the ballot box question is pretty clear. It's going to be, who in government is actually best placed to deal with Donald Trump.
But all parties agreed that affordability will also be a key issue in the election campaign to come. And so that means that clarity on carbon pricing from all sides will also feature heavily in that campaign. Jeff.
David Akin in Ottawa. Thanks, David.